are doing within Victory with Ash is using links to build our own circles. And this is what I want to talk to you guys about today. And it was quite interesting when I was researching this about what makes strong relationships with the building strong circles. But the main thing is communication. Good communication is the key to building all sorts of foundations for a business. So let's get into it then. So the statement building strong circles relies on good communication is accurate because effective communication is the foundation of trust, collaboration, and mutual understanding with any group or circle. This is true in personal relationships, the workplace, and specific talking groups and mythologies. Part of what our CEO wants us to do, and this was always, if you remember, before we knew about Victory with Ashbin, we were talking about, in my opinion, what we will see a lot more of moving forward is that personal relationship between all of us and the next business. I was saying that, in my opinion, we're going to go full circle back to the old days of how business used to be done, and that is with face-to-face with people we know and trust. This is becoming very apparent already as far as how we build our circles and approaching people we trust, people we know, building that relationship, etc. And this is all to do with communication at the end of the day. The key aspects of it are in building strong circles includes trust and empathy. Open, honest, and transparent communications helps build trust among members, showing empathy, genuinely connecting with others, feelings and perspectives. This strengthens rapport and emotional bonds. Everybody is at different levels. Nobody is going to be at the same level as far as business is concerned. Everyone is not as intelligent as everyone else. People aren't as academic as everyone else. They're not as educated as everyone else. They're not as knowledgeable as everyone else. So part of having a strong bond with your own circles really is important to understand that just because you get it and you understand it doesn't mean to say that everyone is exactly the same wavelength as you are on the same level as you are. It makes perfect sense to be able to bend, to understand that people's understanding of things might not be as clear cut as your understanding is for what you are even reading or even seeing. This is where that empathy comes in, and it really will help you build that strong bond and strong team building and circles that you are wanting for your business because of the communication. Obviously, this comes down to one of those crucial parts, listening. Is it the old saying, some of the best speakers are the ones that listen the most? And it really is important to listen to people. And this is a critical component where participants give their full attention, listen to and to understand rather than just to respond and confirm they have correctly understood the message. This makes every person feel like not only that they are part of a circle or team, but it also makes them feel heard and respected. This again helps to build a strong circle because of the communication that you are putting to people. Clarity and conciseness. Conciseness, yes. Messages that are clear and to the point reduce the risk of misunderstanding and show respect for other members' time of what you are trying to put over. So if you are communicating with people. If you are in a position where you are corresponding with people, make sure that it is clear, concise, and to the point of what you are trying to get over. This obviously will help reduce any misunderstandings and risk of misinterpretation, which is again is very important. And the last one on this little part is conflict resolution. Oh, no, sorry, we've got two more actually. Feedback and open dialogue. Encouraging and providing constructive feedback allows for continuous improvement and ensures everyone is on the same page. An environment where members can share ideas without fear of ridicule, foster innovation, and a sense of shared purpose. Again, what's that mean in English? Allowing people to put their point of view across without thinking, oh God, if I say something stupid here, I'm going to get kicked out. Or if I say something, they're not going to like what I'm saying, etc. Have a environment where people are allowed to ask things, to ask questions without feeling that they are going to be ridiculed in some form, some sort of way, because of the question that they are asking. As they say, there is no such thing as a stupid question. And this goes right back to making sure that you have as much communication with your circles as possible so that they understand and know that they are actually allowed to ask questions. Because 9 times out of 10, if somebody is asking that question, there is going to be somebody else who's thinking of that question as well. So it stands to reason that if somebody's got the uh, guts, I suppose, or the nonsense to ask that question, other people are thinking it as well. So it really is important that you actually foster that kind of open dialogue within you, uh, building a strong circle and through that communication. And the last part is then conflict resolution. Miscommunications is often at the heart of conflict. Good communication practices provide the tools to address disagreements respectfully and find common ground. Now, I don't know this, but I wouldn't be surprised if communication and how to communicate with other people is not one of the things that we are going to learn within Victory with Ash. I don't know this, guys. No one's told me this, but if we are taught how to communicate, isn't that going to be an amazing thing to learn how to do it properly? Because this opens a whole load of doors. If you can master the art of communication properly in all scenarios and be taught how to communicate properly, this is a amazing skill to learn because of the doors that it will open. I don't know if that's going to be there, but it stands to reason that it would be, because it is such an important part of being able to speak to people in a confident manner about your business. So a talking circle context. This is a communication form where it establishes to ensure equal participation and deep understanding. The use of a talking piece means only the person holding it speaks it and others listen effectively. This reinforces the principle of respect, focused listening, and essential for all groups. How can you do that online? Very, very easily. Most communication platforms online now have the raise the hand button. Okay. This is, in fact, saying, I want to speak, and the organizer or the person who's in charge of the meeting will see the hand raised, acknowledge that hand's raised, which means that person knows that they are going to be the one to speak next. This is a strong, really is a strong thing to take on board, because it makes the person feel at ease, means that they have been noticed, and it means that the respect, okay, of the group is going to be there for that person to ask a question. So ultimately, strong communication is not just about exchanging information. It's also about fostering a culture where every member feels valued, understood, and connected to the group's common goals. Again, what is your goal of your group? Your